Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I'd do a reaction video about a segment that I was in on the Drew Barrymore Show. And the segment was called Drew's Love Bug. I was on the show almost 2 years ago in October. And it was basically me and two other people. We were on the show and we got to ask Drew and a dating coach named Damona Hoffman some dating advice. So this is what I'm going to show you. So I thought I'd tell you from the get-go that the audio is terrible. I made the mistake of buying a Logitech camera that had a built-in microphone, and it was just terrible. So the audio on my end is completely bad. And then also the producers kind of scared me a little bit because about an hour beforehand, they said, hey, you got to be online. And this was back during COVID. So this was a Zoom call. They didn't have anybody come to the studio. And he said, just be still. He said, take away anything that you have in the background wherever you're sitting. So you'll see my office. It's barren. And then he said, don't make any hand gestures and don't go back and forth. He also said, she's probably not going to ask you a lot of questions or any, and that I'd probably just be on TV for about 60 seconds. So that's what I was thinking, but I ended up being on camera a lot longer than that. Did they give me some good dating advice? I don't know. Let's watch and find out. So here we go.
It's time for a segment that is very near and dear to my heart, Drew's Love Bug. That's right, where we explore all things from dating, behaviors, all the way to marriage and everything in between. And today, we're exploring how to find love at every single age. Because guess what? You never stop wanting to find love at any point in your life. It's all about relationships. And here to help is certified dating coach and friend of the show, Damona Hoffman.
Hey, Drew.
Hi, Damona. I have some news for you. I got a cute, fun text this weekend, and it just made me all aflutter. It was from a missed opportunity, if you will. But I was so excited because I was like, I'm not dead. I'm actually having a text exchange, and it was flirty and fun, and it made me feel alive, and I couldn't wait to share it with you, Damona.
I love that news, Drew. And when we get these texts, it really boosts our endorphins and it gives us hope in finding love. So I'm really excited to be here today and help find love for some other folks at all different ages, because you can always find love. I've had clients all the way from 20 all the way to 70. So we can really do something with these folks today.
Well, also, this was a text, which means I got a tech butterfly. And you said my favorite thing ever, which is I was like, we want old-fashioned romance. And you were like, if you can drop the digital hanky. And I was like, I got an old-fashioned feeling from a modern text. And so I know that people can be weary about dating apps, especially if they're a little older, because it's not the way they grew up, and change is scary. So listen, we're going to get into that in a second. Our first BFF is Michelle. What is your question for Damona?
Hi, Drew. Hi, Damona. I've been dating for probably about the last 3 years, and everyone knows me as the resident Cougar. I love dating new men. I normally date between the ages of 28 and 35. I don't know what it is. I think it's because I'm outgoing, I'm active, I ride motorcycles. I don't have any problems meeting younger men. I'm just not attracted to older men. But lately, I haven't had any luck with the younger men. So how do I go about finding an older man who will excite me and keep up with me just as much as a younger man?
Well, I would say first.
Okay, so as you guys can see, I did ask, how can I find an older man who can keep up with me? And pretty much we know the answer to that. I'm not going to. Let's keep going.
Props for being confident, and I love that Cougar life. And I believe that age ain't nothing but a number. Okay, Michelle? So I'll just turn that around on you, that you could find someone who you are attracted to who is older. It's all about having the right mindset and being where the right kind of single guys are. So For you, I would say you can get really creative with the way that you search on dating apps. I'll give you a little hot tip that I share with some of my clients. A keyword search. A keyword search in some of the legacy dating apps, you can look by interest, you can look by commonalities, because really it's not just about the age, it's about finding someone who has the same energy level to do the things that you enjoy doing, who has shared values, of course, and then common goals for the future. And that's probably where you're running into a little bit of friction with the younger men, because they're not on the same life path that you are. So I would say try the keyword search. And also, I'll give you a story about the keyword search. I had a client who was same age as you are, and she was looking for love online. And she loved motorcycles, had an active lifestyle. I told her to do a keyword search on Match for motorcycles. And she ended up meeting a guy last year, and they just got married in August. So I know that this works. If it worked for her, it can totally work for you too. Your love lesson is just to stay open to the possibility that you might meet someone of your own age, and as long as they enjoy the same things that you do and they are looking towards the future in the same way that you are, it can absolutely work.
And I have 2 words for you, Michelle: vroom vroom. A. B. Damona, that is such a hot tip to put in keywords of interests. I love this. No one has ever said that to me.
Okay, I don't know what she's talking about because I've never been on a dating app where you can do a keyword search. And she says legacy dating apps. Like, does she mean eHarmony? And I don't think so. Or maybe like Match. But the problem with Match is you got to pay every month. And who the hell wants to pay $30 a month? I mean, I don't.
Or around me. I'm into that. Michelle, I hope that helps. That's really exciting. And by the way, why do you like younger guys? Like, is it like an ego thing? Like, you're like, oh, if I'm, I feel younger around younger men? Because I personally am like, I'm not ready to diaper you. You're too young. Get out. I want someone who is at my place in life, which is definitely like older. Or is it really like, I want to have fun? And when guys are older, they're just a little more calm and relaxed. And I'm really looking to like do it up and live like there's no tomorrow.
Well, I feel like
Okay, so what I really wanted to say was it's the stamina, Drew. It's the stamina. That's why I like younger men. But then I had to think real quick and go, oh man, so she's conservative now, so I have to be, I got to be PG. So I just asked, I asked her I answered it in a kind of serious way.
well, I'm 51, and I feel like men my age, they just want to just sit around and watch TV. Like, I want to get out. I run 5Ks every month. I ride my motorcycle. I do home improvement projects. So I'm just trying to find somebody who will has the same interests and will keep up with me. And I don't know, there's just something about younger men I just find attractive.
Well, then
And
I think you need some key search words: no couch potato and someone full of chutzpah.
Okay, so I really like Drew Barrymore. I mean, I've loved her since E.T. But when she asked me that question, my daughter actually got kind of mad in the way she asked me. But I mean, I didn't mind that she asked me that question. So I'm hoping, maybe they'll do a follow-up show with us to see how my dating life's going, and then I can update her on my dating life.
Yeah, you
absolutely.
can also meet someone out, Michelle. There's other ways, like you can be doing social distance meetups. You can also look for groups on Facebook of common interests. So it's really about finding someone that's your speed and your style, not so much about the age, I would say.
I'm with Damona. Age is totally a number. I just you're right. Damona, you're perfectly right. My mom always used to say that. She would meet younger people who were kind of acted older and older people who were immature. So it is really about the spirit. Well, I wish you the best of luck, and I hope you're got the wind in your hair and some fabulous stallion who doesn't want to just sit on the couch all day. That's what you want. That's what you should get.
Okay, thank you, ladies.
Well, Michelle, thank you, because I really love talking about all this stuff. And Damona, you are the best partner in crime for this stuff, because we are always searching for relationships. We are always working on relationships. This is something that we will do until we move on, because that's what life is about. You know, figuring out everything within ourselves, but also contending with other people. We're communal. We're looking for love. We want to work on this stuff. And Damona, I'm so lucky I get to do this with you, because I just love all the things you say.
Oh, thank you. The feeling is absolutely mutual, Drew.
And I was excited to tell you I had a flirty text. It was amazing. I was like, I have a heartbeat. This is exciting.
So I absolutely adore Drew Barrymore. Damona Hoffman was really nice too. Probably one of my biggest surprises from the show is that I went right after Adam Sandler. In fact, the producer said, okay, Adam Sandler's on. We're going to cut to commercial, and then he's going to come back on for another minute and 43 seconds, and then you're going to be right on after Adam Sandler. And I was just like, oh my God, I am on right after Adam Sandler. Like, that's a dream, because I absolutely love Adam Sandler. So there you have it. That was my segment on the Drew Barrymore Show, my 15 minutes of fame. And no, they didn't really give me any dating advice that I didn't already know about. But if you did pay attention, they did say something that I tell you guys all the time, and that is to join meetup groups or Facebook groups where you can meet older women. It might not be, the hobbies that you're into, like wine club or running club or cycling club, but you will meet women out there. So get out there, join some clubs, meet some women in person, and have some amazing sex. And until next time, happy hunting.